Thank you, James. When James was looking for some queer and peculiar things, I thought that's perfect. Most of my things are a far hike off the beaten path. And he talked about April Fool's Day. Well, that's my anniversary, but it's not that long ago from St. Patrick's Day. And most people remember that whiskey was invented to keep the Irish from inheriting the earth. There's still probably a few hangovers left over from St. Patrick's Day. And that got me to thinking about alcohol and that 2-carbon fragment. And as a prequel, as an hors d'oeuvre, I have to give you this little bit of an old Irish poem. The horse and the mule live 30 years and never knows of wine and beers. The goat and sheep at 20 die without a taste of scotch or rye. The cow drinks water by the ton and at 18 is mostly done. The dog at 15 cashes in without the aid of rum or gin. The modest, sober, bone-dry hen lays eggs for nogs and dies at 10. But sinful, ginful, rum-soaked men survive 70. And some of us, though mighty few, stay pickled till we're 92. And now an ode to alcohol. Since before recorded history, since man's been on earth, alcohol discovered by fluke has brought a joyous mirth. From ancient Neolithic times, some 10,000 years ago, beer has been a staple amongst both friend and foe. Beer and mead preceded wine by many generations. Hippocrates and Plato imbibed but decried its moderation. The Dark Ages distilled spirits, birthed on the Emerald Isle. Rum evolved from molasses and made the islanders smile. 'Twas used for religion and worship, nutrition and to socialize. For some it was medicinal and anesthetic and to analgesize. Some have cried for its extinction like the temperance union of old, but it has always made a comeback and returns to the social fold. Yet, when one has freely partook of a volume of favored libation, how to describe the condition is the test of deliberation. Juiced, hammered, inebriated, stoned, loaded, or soused, trashed, wasted, legless, bottled, and some might say you're soused. Bent, besotted, blasted, blotto-bombed, or maybe you're canned. Cockeyed, dipped so blind or boiled as your head is stuck in sand. Drunk, buttered, mellow, or groggy, hooched, or just plain high. Liquored, looped, or tied one on like you've been put on the fry. Obliterated, plastered, pissed, plowed, and then finally potted, polluted, ripped, slammed, and plossed, or essentially besotted. Sodden, spathed, shocked, or stewed, or maybe you just get stiff. Stinking, slopped, or pie-eyed, and you're in for a rift. Tank tipso, toasted, woozy, or just 3 sheets to the wind. Under the influence zoned or tweaked, it gets you through thick and through thin. The tastes and styles have evolved and refined as tales of lore. Those that are in the know get down to the spirit store. So when you find your tank is full and it's time for the obligatory pee, remember the song of temperance that my dear old mother taught me. And this is true. We're coming, our brave little band. On the right side of temperance, we do take our stand. We don't use tobacco because we do think that people who use it are likely to drink. Away, away with rum by gum, rum by gum, rum by gum. Away, away with rum by gum, the song of the Temperance Union. We never eat fruitcake because it has rum. One little bite turns a man to a bum. Can you imagine a sorrier sight than a man eating fruitcake until he gets tight? Away, away with rum by gum, rum by gum, rum by gum. Away, away with rum by gum, the song of the Temperance Union. We don't step on grapes, that's making wine. One little stomp turns a man to a swine. Can you imagine a fouler defeat than a man getting snockered by licking his feet? Away, away with rum by gum, rum by gum, rum by gum. Away, away with rum by gum, the song of the Temperance Union. We never eat cookies because they have yeast. One little bite turns a man to a beast. Can you imagine a greater displace than a man in the gutter with crumbs on his face? Away, away with rum by gum, rum by gum, rum by gum. Away, away with rum by gum, song of the Temperance Union. Three men walked into a bar. An Englishman, a Scotsman, an Irishman. As it turns out, 3 flies were in a flight pattern above, and one landed in each of their pint. The Englishman pushed it away, undrinkable. The Scotsman poured out half with the fly, thought it was okay. The Irishman reaches into his glass, picks up the fly by the wings, and tells him, "Spit it out."